Well, here we are. It's Tuesday, January 3rd, 2022. I'm Larissa. My video diary. So, I'm a little early for my work today. So, I'm waiting. in the truck. Yeah. So, I'm working on an album. Yes, it's got so many things going on. Oh my God. Yeah, the gallery's going well, and the album's going well. Yeah, it is. It's going well. So recently, some dude tried to fat shame me. Went real well for him, let me tell you. Went really, really well. What I think is really funny, not funny, haha, but funny, sad. There's all these young men who, and I made a comment. I made a comment on a couple things. There was one thing about this. I watched this clip of about this asshole Andrew Tate, who was recently arrested under suspicions of human trafficking. And, having worked with trafficked youth, particularly young women, both in the system and not in the system, not surprised at all. Now, I'm all about due process and, hope he gets his trial and everything. But, that is such a hard, so few people are actually arrested, right? And there's so many people who are involved in that whole system, that whole process, right? Just to traffic one individual, right? There's so many people who are complicit, and it's so hard to prove, and it's so hard for them to even get warrants for, right? The fact that there was a warrant issued and they were picked up for it is pretty damning to begin with, right? And having listened to him, I'm not familiar with his whole career and everything. I understand he's a kickboxer or whatever. He's, and he wants to be like Joe Rogan, right? He wants to be able to yap his trap and have people be like, oh my God, I love you, right? And all this shit, right? But I've heard him talk to women and about women. And I'm not saying that I thought that the women he was talking to, were fantastic human beings. I don't know any of them either, but it's there's this whole culture of people, of men and who want women to look like plastic dolls, but they want a different product, right? They want their women to look like a whore, but be their mommy, right? They want a woman to, look like a Barbie doll and not have needs, right? And still do all the woman stuff, like cooking, cleaning, dick sucking, all that shit. It's that's not realistic. And they hold up these women who are, middle-aged or older in Hollywood who still look fantastic. And it's just these women have nothing else to do with their time, right? Other than worry about how they look. They have all kinds of income, monies available to them to pay for and buy all these crazy ass, treatments. It's not just the diets are all bullshit that they put out there. There is no miracle diet. There's no such thing. Every single body is different, and all of the plastic surgery, and not even just the plastic surgery, there's lots of other stuff that's not plastic surgery, right, that you can have done, if you have the money to do it, right? So, taking a woman like myself, right, who has been through some crazy ass fucking shit, especially during this, through the pandemic, right? He's like, oh, this guy actually said to me, he's like, oh, 6 years ago, you were a beautiful specimen that any man would want. And I'm just like, and I'm supposed to care what you think, an anonymous asshole online. I'm supposed to be hurt because you're telling me I don't look the same as I did 6 years ago? Like, I have nothing to be ashamed of, right? I've been abused by my government. I've been assaulted. I've had horrendous injury, right? And I don't have unlimited disposable income. And on top of that, like, anytime I've gone out to go do the stuff that I've done for exercise or whatever, I've been attacked, right? Like that transgender person who stuck me with a needle, or the people who, trying to hit me, right? Craziness. So he keeps like going on and saying like this, like really juvenile. I thought I was talking to a 15-year-old, right? Like that was the mentality of what this, and so I called him a child. I said, child. And he's like, I'm a grown 27-year-old grown ass man. I'm like, oh, well, when you behave like a man, I will treat you like a man. So, there's also a lot of people out there, who have fetal alcohol syndrome, particularly in that age group, right? So I called him out on that. I'm like, fetal alcohol syndrome, because the rage and the inability to hear new information or accept reality, accept fact, right, kind of thing. Those are all, and the temper tantrum, especially, like as an adult like that, those are telltale signs of fetal alcohol syndrome. And there are also physical things, but I wasn't, they didn't have a picture of themselves up, so I don't know what they even look like. But it's just like, okay, so you want a woman who looks like a whore, but you want her to act like the mommy you didn't have, right? It's just, it's so incongruent. It's so incongruent. And I said, I'm old enough to be your mother. Because I am. I had my first period when I was 9 years old. Right? Right? So he could easily be his mother. Right? Anyway, it's just mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. He needs a mommy. A real mommy. I'm not her. I'm not. Funny shit. Oh my God, the basketball game last night, double overtime. Oh my God, Klay Thompson. Oh my God, Mr. Klay Thompson. Oh my God, Dante. Oh my God, that buzzer beater. Oh my God. Way to dip that breadstick, baby. Oh, spicy cheese ball. Dante Divan cheese ball. He's a ball of mozzarella. Yeah. Mr. Klay Thompson. Oh my God, Mr. Klay Thompson. Yum. Anyway. Happy New Year.